I assume at this point that you've noticed that the market is kind of down. Okay, really down. March Madness has become March Sadness. The NBA, NHL, MLB, MLS have all either postponed or canceled their sports for the spring season. This goes along with all college and some high school athletics that have canceled or postponed their seasons altogether. What an insane time. So today I wanted to talk through things rationally and put my perspective on this and kind of go through everything that I'm investing in to secure my own finances. Hoping that this gives you some of your own ideas to apply to your own financial securities. This seems like a great time to purchase equities because the stock market has dropped so dramatically over such a quick period of time. Is this the bottom though? Who knows? No one knows. All you can do right now is make wise investments that you would then hold for the long term. So it's basically what you should have been doing, but maybe you can put a little extra in right now. Like Warren Buffett says, only buy something that you would be perfectly okay with holding for 10 years in case the market were to ever shut down. So if you're buying something right now and you see it decrease in value by 10% in one day, do not panic. Do not sell this. Or this goes the other way. If you see your equities going up 10% in one single day, don't sell those either. You need to focus on the long term and understand the purpose of your investments. They aren't for short-time gains where you're going to be paying extravagant taxes on this. You want to hold for a long-term experience of your equities. Do your own homework, but for me, it seems like it's time to buy a little extra and hold for the long term. If you are not subscribed to this channel, please go ahead and do that right now. Also, for the YouTube algorithm, if you could hit the like button and leave a comment down below, I would really appreciate it. At this point in time, we have entered what's considered a bear market. A lot of you may not know what this is because we haven't had one for 11 years. This means that the market is down 20% from its previous highs. I see some common questions going around in different threads like, is a bear market good? Is a bear market bad? And I think it really depends on if you're a buyer or a seller. Stocks and other equities may be an absolute bargain right now. However, if you're trying to sell, this may be a terrible, terrible time to do that. Let's take a look at my own strategy for this unpredictable market. So before you can invest, you really have to kind of understand what's going on in the market today. There is an illness going on that's causing people to absolutely panic. It's keeping people home from work all over the entire world, and it's keeping businesses from being able to run to their full potential. This is also hurting your everyday consumers. People are becoming worried, so groceries are becoming bare. There are many cancellations of any gatherings of people, and people are pulling their money out of the stock market right now, hence why it's going down. The more people that pull out of the market, the further it's going to go down. Oh, and while all of this is going on, there's also a price war over oil between the Saudis and the Russians. When will all of this be over? No one knows. That's the short answer right there. When will all this be over? It could be next week. It could be next year. It could be years from now. We really don't know. All we can do is buy and hold investments for the long term. All right, so now for my plan. So first off, I'm making sure that I'm continuing to invest in my company's 401k because there is a match. It's 100%. So how can you beat a 100% immediate match? I'm going to continue to feed this 401k until I retire, and hopefully by that point, I don't even need to pull from it then, because you don't actually need to pull anything from it until you're 72. This will allow it to continue to grow even after I retire. Even if I do retire at 59, I may not be pulling this money out because I want that to have an additional time to go ahead and increase in value. The next thing I'm investing in is my Roth IRA. If you do not currently have a Roth IRA, but you're considering any long-term investments, this is definitely something that you're going to want to look into. As an individual, you can invest up to $6,000 into your Roth IRA, or a married couple can invest $12,000. The major benefit here is that this will grow tax-free. Yes, you will be paying taxes now, but then when you put that money in, it's going to grow tax-free. So then by the time that you're going to be pulling this money out at 59 and a half or older, then you're going to be pulling all of that money out without any taxes. This is a huge, huge benefit. I cannot stress the benefit enough on this. Hopefully when you're retired, you're going to be pulling out more money than what you're currently making per month at your lower tax bracket. So then whenever you're retired, you're going to be making more money but paying less taxes. As I mentioned in previous videos, I do have some play money that I kind of started in college that are invested in individual stocks and ETFs. Yes, it's currently down 20% for this current year, but everything else is too, or more. I did purchase a little extra stock the other day and ETF. I bought some Spider, I bought some Apple, I bought some Halliburton. I bought all kinds of different things at a very low price as far as I can see. Since my investments are down this year, did I ever consider selling right now? Heck no. It's all about buying and holding for the long run. Investing in single stocks is a lot like gambling. So if you're going to do it, make sure that you're diversified and you're not using any money that you actually need right now. Everything that you put into individual stocks, you have to be okay with losing potentially. Also, I think this goes without being said, but individual stocks should not make up the majority of your portfolio investment. But it's up to you to decide how much you're going to do. Lastly, I'm keeping a fully funded emergency fund. Yes, this is a decent amount of cash that's not going to be growing in any way, but it's so nice to have that in your hip pocket just in case there is another emergency in which you need some cash fast. This money is just in a money market account making 2 or 3%, so at least there still is some kind of return. It's kind of keeping up with inflation, but who really knows? All I know is that I do want to have some liquidity in case I ever need that. I believe that a liquid emergency fund is important at all times, not just during panic times like this. When you don't have money in your emergency fund, that's when you're asking for problems to happen, and they're going to happen every time. So make sure that you have some liquid assets at your disposal. Without it, I would feel so exposed and just nervous every time that I wake up in the morning. So with that said, I hope that you do take this seriously, do your own homework, and kind of look through your different options here, because this could be a great opportunity for you to make some extra additions to your overall investment portfolio. This may seem like a very attractive time for everyone to purchase, but it's going to be an individual to individual basis. If you do have the extra funds right now, consider it. If you don't, make sure you're just saving up your emergency fund. Ultimately, just stay safe out there, make sure you're washing your hands and all the other stuff that they're telling you to do, and don't do anything stupid like make money off of the panic here. I know that there are a lot of people that are flipping stuff like toilet paper and hand sanitizer and that on eBay. Like, that's terrible. Let's think about this and kind of help each other in these times where, people are panicking. Don't just try to profit off that. I really appreciate your time. Please consider subscribing to the channel. That would keep me very motivated to make more videos. Thanks again, and I'll see you in the next video.